Hi everyone, welcome to Novel Nomad and welcome to the Oodie review video and other things I am loving. So as you know from my previous video, I have been on a hiatus, but in that hiatus I was contacted by the lovely Oodie company and asked if I wanted an Oodie. And I said absolutely yes, because I have been incredibly jealous of my friends' Oodies because they are so comfy. I did borrow one of my friends. They're really comfy. They've got like this amazing soft fleecy like lining, but you don't get too hot. It's like nice and breathable. So yes, so I definitely recommend. I've got a code if you want to get an Oodie for yourself, especially in Australia if you're feeling a bit chilly in the coming winter months. The code is below. It's Novel Nomad 35. You get 35% off. But yeah, it's just so soft, so fluffy, so cozy, and it's perfect. You know why it's perfect? I'm not sure if I have a book big enough for a demonstration. Give me a second. So this is a regular size trade paperback and it can fit inside this giant pocket. So it is perfect for book reading. You just put your book in your pocket and you walk off and sit in your favorite chair and you can pull out your book whenever you need. Super cute, super fun, and super cozy. So this is the purple tie-dye. They have some very cute like fluffy animal ones and also some really cute Star Wars kind of ones as well. So if you are after an Oodie, I definitely recommend. Okay, so let's move on to some other things I am loving and I have discovered in my hiatus or things I'm loving right this moment. So first off, let's start with music I am loving, and for the past year I have been participating in a podcast. So you can now hear my voice on a podcast. It is called We Review BTS and I started last year as a non-army and now I'm officially in the army camp. This is my latest BTS purchase. It is their Swoozu concert DVD, of which I did actually witness the Swoozu concert on like live when it was happening in 2021. But I can't remember much of it because I was very new to the BTS world, and my two friends who are very devoted BTS army were absolutely loving it, and I couldn't quite catch on what was going on. But now I am an absolute fan. I absolutely love their music. So I've recently been getting into that and it's so much fun. I love their content and the music, and it's so good. Especially love like Run and Bon Voyage episodes. It's just a lot of good fun and content. But of course, when you love a musician, you like to get a few, I don't know, things to decorate your rooms, posters, calendars, things like that. But in my two favorite items that I have purchased so far come from fan accounts. The first is Cherie Pop, and she does like amazing standees, pins, key rings. But this is my bias. It's Namjoon, and it's him in being very Namjooning and enjoying nature and just casually sitting, probably like I would be in this situation. But yeah, so she does like super cute, amazing standees, and this works perfectly in my nature writing shelf. My other favorite artist is Le Petit Elephant, and she's based out of, I believe, California in the US. She makes these super cute, amazing mugs. So you have this one is a permission to dance couch. Very, very cute. That's their concert. But yeah, lots of amazing cute things as well. So I have recently been deep diving into the beautiful world that is BTS. So if you're an ARMY or if you're a fan or if you just enjoy their music, please talk to me about it because I love them. I do love them. I have been listening to some other music as well, mainly Lizzo, Orville Peck. Oh, the new Florence and the Machine album is out. Oh, it is so good. It's a good time for music. The other thing I have been loving lately, I recently got into the TV show Our Flag Means Death that is on Binge in Australia. I think it's Hulu or HBO Max in the US. But it's so good. It's like a very funny, weird, queer pirate show, and it's just wonderful. My heart every time, and it's so funny. It stars Taika Waititi and also Rhys Darby and so many other amazing people. It is very open and frank discussions and inclusivity of queer characters, and they don't need to explain themselves. They just are, and it's so refreshing. I love it. So then I went on a Taika Waititi binge. And so I have recently purchased for myself What We Do in the Shadows, of which I have seen multiple times but cannot recommend it enough. This is like really funny, weird, like little show where vampires share a house in modern day New Zealand, and some of them are from different eras, so they're just very weird. But it's a classic like share house humor. Highly recommend. The other one I haven't seen yet, but I just recently picked it up, is Boy. This is what got Taika Waititi quite a lot of acclaim. And it's it looks really cute, very Māori, and it looks really, really beautiful. So I can't wait to watch that one. And of course, one of my absolute favorites is Hunt for the Wilder People. If you haven't seen this movie, please go out and see it. It is so well done, and it just has so many very hilarious New Zealand elements, New Zealand wildlife, everything that's beautiful about New Zealand is in here. So I definitely recommend. That is like the reverse cover, so it's not the traditional cover, but this is the reverse, and I just love it all the more. So yes, these three I have been going through and just binge watching. So yeah, a little bit of a Taika Waititi binge at the moment. So onto some YouTube videos I have been devoutly following for the last few months. And number one is Ariel Bazette. Now I'm sure you all are aware of Ariel Bazette. I love watching her book videos, but also I love watching her videos of where she actually does up her old house. Actually, give me a minute. I did buy something from her shop just because I thought it was like perfect. Yeah, so this is a recent purchase from Ariel's shop. It's got a cute little book there, and it says, I'm thinking about books. And I also got the beanie from her shop, which is also additionally super cute. And yeah, I've just really been watching her show about her doing up her house. I love the renovations she's doing and the use of colour that she's using in the rooms, and how it just really makes it, and she's like adding wainscoting and adding different like, paneling look to make it really fit in with the century and how old the house is, but also to give it a bit of a modern twist. So thoroughly loving all Ariel's house renovation works. It's just very exciting. It's like, cathartic watching her show. So I will leave a link down below if you want to start up on her first one. So another YouTuber I have been diligently watching over the last few months is Alina Osborne. Now she is a hiker. She did the Pacific, I think it's the Pacific Coast Trail, that goes from like the south of America all the way up to like Washington, Canada line kind of thing. And so she did that, but what I have been loving so far of her videos is her doing the Te Aroa track. That is a track that runs from the northern tip of the North Island to the southern tip of the South Island. It's like ridiculous, like 3,000 kilometers, but it's just so beautiful watching her do that walk, but also kind of meet the people along the way and discuss the hardships that she faces along those walks. It is just beautiful. So she's just posted up the final video, and I highly recommend you go check it out. But she inspired me to buy these. Now I know these, like, there's like a common joke about people who use these and it's like for basic walks, but I am going to be traveling to New Zealand at the end of the year in November, and I'm going with my bestie and travel buddy, and we'll be basically there for 30 days traveling around New Zealand and doing a lot of hikes. So we're going to be hiking as much as New Zealand as we can. Not the Te Aroa track, that's for sure, but we are going to be doing as many tracks as we can. And recently I have been referring to these, which is so exciting to actually be planning travel again. So you're finally going to have nomad videos from the novel Nomad very soon. So we got the South Island road trips and also the Lord of the Rings location guide, like travel book. So yeah, it's so exciting to be planning a hiking trip, but I'm very excited to not only plan but also start getting out there, and I'm going to be using the Australian winter to do as much hiking as I can in preparation. Alright, so that is what I've been loving, watching and enjoying and cozying up with in the last few months. But if you definitely want to get an Oodie, like I said, the link's down below. If you want to watch some home renovation, check out Ariel Bazette. And if you want to just be inspired by the wonderful nature that is New Zealand and this amazing woman who treks New Zealand, check out Alina Osborne's link down below. And if you are a BTS ARMY, or if you watch a big Taika Waititi fan, let me know. I am such in the mode to talk about them right now. But happy reading, and I'll see you next time. Bye.